Yeah! I'm the man in a trade, buried in the red, holding through the pain with a screen-fed head. Shovel in my hand, digging for a pump. Shards are crashing down, I'm the diamond hand chump. Eyes on the candlesticks, I'm losing my mind. FOMO's got me locked, I'm running out of time. I'm the man in a trade, trapped in crypto's cage. Won't you save me from this blockchain rage? I'm the man in a trade, leverage burn my soul, waiting for the moon, but I'm stuck in this hole. Feed my greed with coins, shit coins in the dirt. Promise Lambo's clean, but my wallet's hurt. Jesus of the dip, won't you buy my stack? Satoshi's ghost just laughs, there's no turning back. Eyes on the candlesticks, I'm losing my mind. FOMO's got me locked, I'm running out of time. I'm the man in a trade, trapped in crypto's cage. Won't you save me from this blockchain rage? I'm the man in a trade, leverage burn my soul, waiting for the moon, but I'm stuck in this hole. Buried in the fees, gas is killing me slow. Margin calls a beast, liquidation's my foe. Can't escape the screen, ticker's my new god. Dreaming of a spike, but it's all a facade. I'm the man in a trade, trapped in crypto's cage. Won't you save me from this blockchain rage? I'm the man in a trade, leverage burn my soul, waiting for the moon, but I'm stuck in this hole. They gathered round the screen, eyes on the monitor bright. They're waiting for the turkey to stream day or night. With Fibonacci lines and trend lines bold, they're ready to learn their crypto wealth to unfold. Here they come to watch the turkey. Oh yeah, yeah, here come the turkey. Yeah, you know he's gonna call it right. No, 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 he gonna call it right. The turkey, oh yeah, yeah, here comes
Check 1 2 1 2.
You know he's gonna call it right. No, 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 he gonna call it right. I see my viewers, they're a curious breed. their fortunes to read. They're clicking on the turkey, their hearts beating fast. They're ready to ride the waves, their crypto portfolios to amass. Here they come to watch the turkey. Oh yeah, yeah, here come the turkey.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have a little cowbell in your life, you don't know what you're missing out on. You're missing out on all the good parts of life. You need a little cowbell, a little Jesus and a little cowbell to set your life right. Get your cowbell today. Some restrictions apply.
Here they come to watch the turkey. Oh yeah, 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 here come the turkey, yeah. You know he's gonna call it right. No, 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 he gonna call it right.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself if this is your first time and you've not seen a talking turkey. Well,
In the digital realm where the
I recommend maybe some psychedelics might help you adjust to the fact.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. I was going to do something a little different, but outside I'll come on out as a turkey. We might get into the other thing. I was feeling a little devious tonight, and I was wanting to poke a little fun at some of the soothsayers out there. So Bitcoin, watching it, and no, that's okay. We're back up to where we were Saturday evening when we came up to the 786. So we're retesting that. I'm looking at it on the 2 hour. Looks kind of interesting. I don't. Will it stick? It might stick. I don't know. We'll have to kind of see what's going on here. The weekly candle close will be going on today, so perhaps that's where we should start our little fiasco here. Is take a look at the weekly and see what's going on. We'll go to the Christmas tree candles and see what that little sucker looks like. That looks pretty juicy to me, I've got to say. I mean, I'm not. Are you on a magnet or something? I'm not crazy about this. Why are you doing that? You're on magnet or something. Why are you on it? Are you a magnet? Don't magnet. I don't want you to magnet. Stop magneting. Don't magneting. Okay. We might have a breakout here. I like the weekly time frame myself. We're the 50 moving average, and we got this nice candle bouncing off of it right over here. We hit 74,000, and that's good. It closed above it, the 50 moving average, and we are testing the 9 moving average. This is a green line. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it now. That's what we're testing right now, and the 786 Fibonacci, which we tested a few days ago there too. Also, looks like we tested that area last week and didn't quite get above it. As far as our indicators go, well, looky here, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of interesting on Bitcoin. I can't believe it. We've got a weekly green dot. There's a green dot. There's a bit boy by the dip dot right here. Right here on the momentum wave. And I can't draw it out. I can't do nothing. Come on, man. Look at that little guy. Now, she's got to take a week to actually confirm, but that looks interesting. What else looks interesting on this chart? I'm very surprised at that. I was not expecting that. I have not looked at this today. I've been caught up with OM today. We'll get into that. Here is the supposedly VWAP going up above the zero line, and that's good, especially on the weekly. This stochastic ribbon right here, and she's headed upside. And we got the green dot, and money flow is in the green, which, you know, leveling out, but also headed up a little bit. This is starting to look all out all juicy. This is starting to look a little interesting. This is starting to look like we're rounding out, like we may have found bottom. It's a possibility that we have got our bottom in. Ladies and gentlemen, can we say that one more time? There's a possibility that our bottom is in. This is our lagging indicator. Now, when she finally does this little crossover here, I mean, it'll be late after the fact. Numbers will already be up. You're like, we're already rocking on. But when she officially crosses, then we'll be, oh yeah, it's on, baby. Let's go. Let's jump in and ride it. So it's telling us right now we're in the early stages of maybe that happening. So let's pay attention to this bull crap right here. This is kind of interesting. This is the change we've been looking for right here. Is the tariffs going to work? Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Let's come down to a smaller time frame. Well, let me go back and turn on my regular candles. My Hakinashi candles is the first green candle that we've gotten so far. That's cool. Same things still apply. We got this little box over here about 90,000, about 92,000. That's where the 21 weekly moving average is. And that, if we can get past the 9, which is what we're bumping our head on right now, 85,000, we should be able to head up there. All right, so the weekly is starting to look interesting on a Sunday night on the weekly candle close, and I'm liking that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Here we are on this daily, or the 3-day, and I'm going to go from this candle body because that's the first one I can run into without going. If I do this, yay, I got 2 candle touches up here and there's nothing else but maybe a wick. Okay, that's an area of resistance that we might be heading up to, which is also running for about 89,000. But I'm taking it. One thing we can do, I could go to the wiki and come to the first body, which is right there. That's also valid. And got another candle body. So I've got my 3. I've got all my touches in line there. Looks like we're trying to break out here. That's cool. Anything going on here on the 3-day other than we had our green candle or our green dot over here with the snake eyes? Do you guys see this? Well, there's 2 little green dots down here, and they're kind of small, but they mean bullish divergence. And when 2 of them are close together, CryptoFace calls that snake eyes, and that's just one of the things that he looks for. Just throwing that out there. It's usually a good indication of something positive coming. I don't like that we're in the middle of this green cloud though on this particular time frame. That's kind of iffy, so don't know how much I'll trust that on this particular time frame. But here on the MACD, look, we're getting ready to bullish across on the 3-day. The 3-day, ladies and gentlemen, I feel pleased to be giving you some possible bullish things here as far as Bitcoin goes. Now, as far as altcoins go, I don't exactly know. We'll have to check that out. But right now with Bitcoin, it's looking kind of interesting here. Let's come now to the daily. The daily on MACD is already crossed bullish, but you know, she's been going in and out and whatever, but this line is starting to come up. As soon as it crosses that 0 line, that will be a bullish indication for us, and we're headed up there. Decent signs there on the daily, but what I really wanted to see was, let's just adjust the trend line a little more. Touches, breakouts, confirmed breakout candles on the daily. 2 candles broke out on the daily, babies. Yet we're still below that 200 moving average. Where's that coming in? Right here at this red line, about 87,000, a little higher maybe. We need to get up here and make a higher high above $88,888. That would be cool. Can we go up there and tap that and maybe hold it? I got a sell order up there. Should I be thinking about selling so much? Should I be a little bit more conservative here? Because this is starting to look a little juicy for Bitcoin. I'm liking it. So if the weekly is starting to give us some good signs, I mean, it can be up and down and we can still come back and touch some areas. Let's don't get it twisted. But it's starting to look like we are trying to get a breakout. Although there is falling volume here. I don't know if you guys can see this. Right here by my little dancing girl, how that volume is trailing off there while the price is going up. Yeah! And there are some sell wicks there. This is the weekend. They are playing with us, but I think they're trying to get set up. Probably trying to. Did they close the old gap? The old gap that happened over here. From that was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We see no gaps to be filled here on the Bitcoin, micro Bitcoin futures, so that's interesting. Here on this chart, I like to bring this one up because it's got different moving averages on the daily, and we're still above the 200 moving average there. Putting on the Heikenhashi candles, it comes in really nicely. Candle closes above there. That looks nice and fairly kind of decent to me. We just need a little bit more volume behind this. Maybe that will come in Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. We're not out of the woods yet, though. We are not out of the woods yet, but if we can get up a higher high, if we can get up about 89,000, right up through there, make just a little bit of a higher high. Let's go ahead and get our target out. where would you like to see us go, Road Dog? What's the area? And it actually looks to me like 91,000. You heard it here first, folks. The Flag Boys will be trying to figure it out 1 minute at a time. We will tell you days in advance. 91,000. That's the first one I'm looking for right there. I wonder if we can do that by Wednesday. That'd be cool. I wonder if we can do that before Wednesday. That'd be cool. My only concern is that, I mean, she's looking nice and everything now, but we still don't have some of the other. We need some more signs here. We need just a little bit more before we get too hopium. But it's on the table now. It's on the table up there. We need to get some more volume in for one thing. Also need to see that 9 moving average cross that 21 bullishly. That would make me feel a lot better about things going to the upside. If we come over to the 4 hour, that's a nice one to go down to. And here we are. We'll just can either leave the trend line the same or just move it up to touch them bodies. So we still got some work to do here possibly, and we're trying to get above the 200 moving average. I don't know if you can see that. We're trying to. It's a nice move. I'm not sure that we're going to make it quite out on the first run up. Meaning if they keep taking us up tonight, tomorrow we'll probably might get slammed down. I'm not sure if we're going to make it past 87 just yet. These are the areas that we got to contend with short term, and a few others up there long term. That higher high, we really need that. This little guy right here at 90, right at 91. We need that guy. But a couple of other areas that we're going to have to kind of struggle with, and maybe we can find our way through there. I would hope so, but we got some push from our 9 and 21 moving average. We're above the 100 and 200. 85.8, 87.3 local targets there to be looking for, and this is the one that we're fighting with right now. Is 85,000. Let's come now to the 1 hour time frame, if you don't mind, and we'll just draw a little trend line right here, and we seem to be doing kind of nice with that, even deviating from that little guy, and I'm kind of liking it. Got a secondary trend line right there. We did have this double bottom right here. We had a retest of that. It failed, but came down, and then this little trend line that was just starting and kind of weak actually kind of fleshed out, and then became a little bit more solid, and it's been respecting that trend line ever since. If we apply that, can we? Yeah, I'm not really seeing. She may still have some more stuff to do there. Not seeing me angles play out just right yet. So nice little pump up on a Sunday night for Bitcoin. That's better than the dump, which they've been giving us the last few weekends, like this Sunday back in April, and then wait, wasn't that Sunday? Oh no. This one on April 7th when they wanted to dump us down to 74,000. Yeah. So it's nice to see that we're up in some areas right here. 26 people hanging out. Glad to have you here. Should we have our special guest on? We can. I was going to have a special presenter on tonight. Some people call him asshole. I call him an asshole. Some people just call him grifter, but it's a character I haven't had on here in a while. Just to show you this, a different way to do TA. But I don't know if I get enough 111s in the chat there. Maybe we'll invite him out a little bit later here. All right, so Bitcoin looking kind of interesting, but the altcoins, how the altcoins looking? We can talk about one altcoin looking kind of rough. We were doing really good, actually. It was doing a little bit better than I expected. This orange line is strong resistance, and yeah, now we bumped our head, and now we're starting to feel it. I've got to take a closer look to see if we can actually get above that, but I'm watching this total 3 to see if it can get above that. If they can, that would be good for altcoins. If it gets rejected here, that means altcoins are going to come back down a little bit, and my game plan was to take profits on the way up while it was doing that on the altcoins. Did as much as I could with what I could, and then one took me for a ride. We'll talk about that in a minute. Right here is Bitcoin dominance, and she's just kind of hanging out. But man, she's up there, dude. 63.55%. She looked like she was trying to come down. That helps altcoins. But when she starts going up, like she might go up tomorrow, and Bitcoin goes up too, altcoins are going to feel a little bit of pain there. I'm just saying. Interested tomorrow to see what happens with the Standard & Poor 500 if they get rejected off of here and come back for make a double bottom, or if we just blast right on back like nothing ever happened. So, if you haven't heard, if you don't know, one of the coins that I liked has been a very good performer for me, because I started building the bags about at the prices that it was now, and it did very well. And I was feeling bad because I was using some of those some of those gains and everything to help. I would take out, because I'm doing spot margin. I play it a little different. There's some leverage on it, which is why I've got a sad story about it. But I take that money out and I apply it to other coins and to help them out and balance out my account using the profits that I got from this one. So it was really good. And I started feeling bad. Well, I keep doing that, I'll never get a big bag of this guy. But today, I don't know if you guys if you haven't heard about it. Well, this is what it did. Man, this one was strong. She was hanging up here, and she would go sideways, and you think it would be over, and then all of a sudden she'd go up again, and she'd start going sideways. So you're thinking, well, maybe she'll keep doing what she's been doing. And a trend line. I had me doing spot margin. I was no way anticipating that we would do anything like this. I figured that we might come down maybe to $4. I could see that being possibly on the cards, and I was kind of I didn't have, I kind of leveled out of my position a little bit, so I wasn't like major heavy on it, so that's good. But then there's nothing could have saved me from that other than a stop loss, which I wasn't using because that wasn't part of the strategy that I was using. Maybe I should, because gosh darn it, look at that, man. She was hanging around 650, 640, no, really around 630, 640. She liked to hang around 630 for a long forever time, and then all this happened, and that kind of sucks. That did not make me happy. That did not make me happy at all. But what I was able to actually catch her when she was down there, when she was still on these candles, and she got down to, on my exchange, I thought she got down to 38 or something. I started getting in somewhere in the 40s, 50 cent area, and because I'm like, well, the only thing I can hope for is like a V-shaped recovery or something on this. So. And she did pretty. She went all the way back up to $1, or almost to it. No, you did, didn't you? Yeah, you went up to $1.29. So that was a nice little come up right there, from this area up to there. That's 130% gain. So that helped. And I've got about as many tokens as I started out with a long time ago, and where I just built my bag up and using spot margin. I don't know if this project is going to survive or what the deal is. There's a lot of animosity going on about this project, but I can tell you this just by looking at the moving averages. We should be able to come back up through here somewhere. It looks like it could, unless it's just totally dead, has no hope. But if there is some hope, these MAs say that we should be able to start coming back up this way to I don't know, $3-4 maybe. That's what I'm kind of looking for. Now what I do after that, I don't know. That was just some bull crap right there. That was horrible. Still horrible. And all we can do is hope that she's gaining traction here, that she's not ready to just come on down and go to zero or anything crazy like that. But just like volume is starting to trail off here, it looks like a lot of people are starting to buy in, catching these on the low. Like a lot of people had that same thought. I'm gonna buy when it's blood. I mean, she fell 90-something% there. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So we got over here on Tokenmetrics, and I just went ahead and got a summary over here. It says, Mantra DAO has recently faced dramatic downturn with its token price plummeting over 90% in just hours. The crash was reportedly triggered by massive forced liquidation on a centralized exchange, leading to cascading sell orders. Speculation is rife, with accusations of manipulation and internal disarray, as the project's Telegram group went offline shortly after the crash. That's a no-no. Legal challenges and concerns for tokenomics add to the uncertainty, but the project remains focused on the DeFi sector. Stay cautious and informed. So the team is saying over on X. Do we have X? Do we have X? You can see I'm very prepared here. Oops. So this is JP Mullen. I think he's like one of the founders over there, building the L1 for real-world assets at Mantra DAO. And this just came out 47 minutes ago. Zach Guzman, I'll be interviewing Mantra Chain co-founder JP Mullen 888 on CoinTrendz Media's Monday show to learn more about the recent developments. All right, so this is what they got. First off, the team and I greatly appreciate the support that we've received over the past several hours, which we believe is testament to the strong support Mantra has among its investors and community. We've determined that the OM market movements were triggered by a reckless forced closures initiated by centralized exchanges on OM account holders. The timing and depth of the crash suggests that a very sudden closure of account positions was initiated without sufficient warnings or notice. And blah, 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 blah. They're saying that everything is okay, that, you know, that they haven't sold and it was the exchange's fault. And what do you expect them to say? What do you expect them to say? The truth will come out eventually, but well, he says, guys, let's get a couple of things straight. The TG Telegram group was not deleted. The team tokens, TG, that should be Telegram group. The team tokens all remain in custody, verifiable at this address. Okay, give us an address. We're actively figuring out why these massive forced liquidations occurred, and we'll provide more information. I want to see this address. I'm curious. I'm nosy. We're here and we're not going anywhere, and maybe there'll be a recovery for this. If so, then buying it, you know, under $1 could be a good thing. It was before. Although I doubt that they will get, you know, it'll take a lot to make a comeback from that and get a lot of people trusting them again. I just kept looking at that chart and like, she's going to have to drop. She's going to have to drop at some point. And I was trying to lay her out if it popped back up again, and I was trying to de-risk even more from that. But she decided to go the other direction, and then bit me in the arse. In the arse, she did. But there might be a silver lining here if I can just play it right. I want to come over. I want to check that little address. I'm going to OM Mantra DAO. And we're going to go to your Explorer. Oh, you're on EtherScan? I thought you were a layer 1. That doesn't look like it would be an address to me. Yeah. That didn't make any sense. How about Token Sniffer? Well, how come you always had to verify if I'm human? $27 people hanging out. We won't spend too much time here. I was just very curious if we could pull up something. I'm not... Hey, well, it's nice that you give me a little address here, but it's not telling me jack crap, man. You just want to throw out something that... all team tokens remain in custody, verifiable at that address. I can't verify it. Oh, don't see it, darling. I typed it in there. I typed it on EtherScan because that's where your Explorer is, mister. Is there... Oh, wait a minute. What's this? What's this? What? No. What's this? There we go. Maybe I got the wrong one. Let me go explore Mantra Chain IO. Maybe I got give him a benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt here. All right, let's see what we got. What does this say? I can't. What does this mean? Total value is 274 million. Delegations. What am I looking at here? Unbonded. I don't know what I'm looking at here. There's 12 million over here, but what does that mean? What does this mean for me? There's 12 million out of how many? 12 million out of pretty much 900 million. That sounds like a drop in the bucket for a team thing to me. Am I reading that wrong or something? There's 38 million that's untracked. Team and core contributors got 16%. I'm not very convinced about either way, one way or the other right now. It's at 89 cents right now. I like this big thickening cloud. Maybe that's hopeful. We're above the 9. Got some work to do here. I suppose we could probably get a few targets here and see if we can play this little guy. And that's a little tricky to find that little guy. Where's the top of you, baby? Maybe we go all the way. Could go there, could go here. That's a little... We got you. That's kind of up there. That's almost at $2. That's a lot to hope for right there. But we do have this little guy, and we can work with him. That's what I've been doing. 618 Fibonacci. That's cool. Cool. Can you hold it? If you can hold it. It gives me some hope of $1.66 as a hopium target if you can hold that little guy. Let's see how we're doing. We're starting to give above this little guy here, 88. So holding 89 cents would be good. That would be a nice support level that we actually need to hold now. And I can see it's getting back to 110. $147, $153 may be on the radar if we can get up there. Oh my gosh, this song is too long. Bitcoin touched the clouds. Now it's 139 will probably get a hiccup too. All these little guys make some good targets for OM. Let's see, if we put a stop loss over here about 82 cents. Coming up to my first target, 146, that would be 66%, or it's one of my top targets. Coming up to our 618 Fibonacci is 25% just on spot. So $100 in, get you 125 after we hit that target. But if we can make a higher high up at 139, that'd be about 56% gains. Not like that. Risk reward ratio is what? What? Why is that so small? That says 13. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I did this totally wrong. I did that backwards. I got the wrong one. Having a boomer moment, apparently. Here we go. Why are you so long, man? That's what she said. There we go. Now we can get our risk reward ratio. Yeah. I actually really do like these targets up here about 140, 147, 153. I like those areas. That would take probably some patience to get up there. 139, that's 55% gains. That's pretty good. Here's the 618. It's a 3 to 1 risk reward ratio, basically. Get up to that 24% there. That would be a a nice little small trade that they could get hit, but I like this one up here. I'm going to take this little guy. Short-term targets, I think these two guys could get hit. So 26. Get this little guy. To 58% gains. There, we'll take this and we'll copy. 30 people hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. I'll be right with you guys. I'm just going to share this over on the group. Trade setups over here. Paste that little guy over there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me come over and say hello to you guys. Oh, we got a bunch of ones in here. Oh, he doesn't go into one. And Joe says 111. How's it going, Joe? So we might be getting requests for the. I mean, it should help the algorithm. That seems to be the way to do it. We got Chris M. How's it going? Uncle Ron Walker. Jim sounds about right. Jim, Jim was saying some stuff earlier I was reading. Spam the chat with 111. Hey! Jim says upon doing. Oh yeah, I saw that earlier. Piggybacking off of. Uh-oh. No, I didn't see this one. Upon doing a little research, looks like OEM was piggybacking off of Rio DeFi. Most of the major people from OEM came from Rio DeFi. Looks like they misappropriated funds from that project. Oh, great. Chief and Key says, I got to get in on the Telegram group. Yeah, you do. It's free. Here, the deal is, if I ever get to the point where I do put up a paywall, whoever's there gets to stay for free. That's the thing that I would do. And then it'll be all the new people come in. If that, I don't know that I'm ever going to do that. I really have no desire. That's a bunch of work that I don't want to get into. But if I ever did, whoever's there already would get to stay for free. That's only fair to me. Because you guys make the group. Well, Bitcoin, look at you. Well, guys, if you got any altcoins you want to take a look at, let's put them in the chat there, and we'll probably turn this over to our special guest here in a moment to help boost my algorithm, because I need help with the algorithm. You know, perhaps it's my personality or my turkey talk that's just not coming across the way that people here on YouTube would like to see TA done. And I believe that I can give you that TA that you're looking for. I can do it. I believe I can, or Grifter can do it. There we go. Avi's got the links up. Thank you, my man. You're so on the ball. I wish I got this little thing working over here, but I don't. So there are the links to the Telegram. There's two. My Telegram group. We gotta look at this. So this is the Telegram group, pretty much. There's the chart room, which is one of those links, and there's like all these different topics over there. I didn't know that I could do topics until after I found that, but and then there's one of the ones, the lounge area. Now this one's got the bot. This one's got the CoinTrendz bot, and I forgot how to use it, but it'll do like a TA BTC 4 hour, right? This bot is AI, and it does technical analysis too. You will analyze it. Here's Bitcoin. What's going on the 4 hour chart? And that looks pretty good, man. MACD bullish crossover mode. Average volatility. Hey, man, this looks pretty good. The only thing is CCI is a little bit overbought, and Bollinger Bands are near the upper band, but everything else looks pretty good. No divergence on the RSI. Analyze it by AI. I'm just sitting there reading it, and you probably can't see it. And then it gives you all this. So you can do a strategy by AI. You can show the chart, and this is just one of the many things that the bot does. It's my CoinTrendz, and I need to give them a shout out more than I do. Now there was a way, and I think it still does it. You can copy a chart, like copy one from your screen or whatever, put it over to this, and it will analyze that chart for you. It used to do that. I forgot how to do it, but it does. It's a really cool ass bot. I can't even tell you all the stuff it does. Ninja keeps updating it and putting AI, slapping AI on it, and just makes it do all kinds of cool stuff over here. But that's free for you guys. Everybody else has to pay for that little guy. But you have free access over in the Road Dog Lounge. That's the only place that one's at. And there was this. What did I miss some of that? There was something crazy over here. I thought something crazy. Is this it? Yes. Look at that. Look at that! It's your own little jive turkey. I can get the things off. We get this and clear it. Yeah. Look at that! Look at the turkey. Like you got, yeah. Can you do it? You got the little dancing girl. You got two microphones because apparently one of them don't work sometimes. You got the chicken. The chicken. The charts and the Fibonacci and the turkey. You got the. It's got what I was wearing last night. That's amazing. So you get one of these dolls free with every $2,499 a month membership on the OnlyFans 50 group. Yeah, you can get your own little turkey for free. That's that. Join today. Try not to get too far off topic. I just heard it just told me that we got a super chat, so I'll come over here like that. Glittery Marshmallow, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your support. There we go. Clap your hands. They were a little bit late. That's funny. My friend said he was going cow tipping tonight. I told him I only tip turkeys. I love it. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate your support. Messages in the what? What is this? Oh, that's my title. Thank you guys for that. I don't know what this thing is. Channel activity. I've never seen that before. What did I do wrong? Thank you so much for the super chat. Ryan K says Osmos and RAI, please. Let's see if we can get this, all that stuff off of there. Get out the old notebook here, and we'll start taking some of these guys down here. Osmos. I like Osmo. RAI. EMG Motorsports says, I should have put a cowbell in there. That's pretty cool the way it is, though. That's pretty amazing. I never even would have thought of that. That came out pretty awesome. It looks real. Jim Darden says, just doing some bottom feeding DCA on NKN. New kind of network. I'm going to take a look at that. Can you check out Swift or SWF? Is it Swift and Toshi? Sure can. Show the Jive Turkey. Oh, I didn't see that, but we got around to it. I'm glad I saw that. That Jive Turkey is pretty awesome. That's awesome. GodSpider24 says, I'm looking to bottom feed Seamless. It's a protocol by small buy and hold. We'll see if we can find that. Take a look at some of these coins here. Board PC guy says, too bad we can't feed that turkey head thing into an AI and have it spit out an STL for 3D printer. I bet there's a way to do that. 3D printing should be getting a lot easier with AI, I would think. Well, is the OM rug a record? I don't remember how much BitConnect stole. That was quite a bit, but man, I would like to hope that that is not a rug. That makes me sick to my stomach thinking about it. I got hit on it, but I don't feel as bad because I was able to spread it. I mean, it didn't bite me as bad as it could have if I was really, really heavy into it. I was trying to split it up and short it and some other stuff. So, but the short doesn't work the way it does on perps, or else I'd be in the money, right? But if the moving averages are right, it does suggest that it might be able to get back up a little bit. I don't know how it will stay there, but it might bounce a little bit. But it is kind of, that's very disappointing to see a project like that. There's been a lot of projects that do that. There's either a hack or just an outright rug pull. It goes on a lot, and you think it's a good project. It seems like a good project. It's staying up there, and then something just crazy happens. Alliance Blockchain was another one that had some kind of exploit, and it kind of, and once you get exploited and things like that, it's hard to bounce back. It really is. So that kind of sucks. That was a good performer for me too. Well, there's another obstacle to get over. Now I gotta start working on some other coins there. MG Motorsports says, "I'm glad you got a laugh out of that." That was fun. I showed it to my wife too. That was hilarious. Jim says, if your operation is a grift, you can only do so many events and talks before major backers start to ask questions or ask for results. And I probably should have kept up with OM DAO as far as more of the fundamental stuff than I did, but I was watching the charts. There was a trend line there, but I didn't have any stop losses set on that. It's mine, But I mean, I knew she's looking like she's wanting to come down, but there's no way in hell I would have ever guessed she'd be down like 40 cents. Dude, drop 90%. And they would have to do that on a Sunday, wouldn't they? My son has the toy box 3D printers, and you can print anything you can take a picture of. That sounds cool. Well, guys, I think that we'll start getting into some of these altcoins, but I'm going to bring in a special guest if you don't mind. Give me just a moment to unlock the door and find that little sucker.
One dip turns to gold, now my wallet sings. Every crash I flip, every moon I cling. Come on now, stake it up, let it rise. Say, boy, this market's wild, no disguise. Last night I wrote a grill unwind. This morning about the low.
It's all right. Yeah, I got this. You know what you're doing wrong, man? You're not on the 1 minute chart. You gotta be on that 1 minute. Jeez, I gotta use those crappy candles.
got my soul to use. Stacking my truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the grifter, the bow tie man himself. The fabulous flag chaser is coming to do the TA to help our algorithm out. Yeah! Where are you? All right, all right. Well, let's get this party started. You come here because you want the best TA, the greatest TA. We do the best TA. We knock everybody out of the park because we get it right all the time. Never wrong here on this channel. Never, never wrong. We'll just take everything up here. We need a nice little clean chart that we can look at right here for Bitcoin. Bitcoin. She's up here, right here. There we go. Here we go. We just got to do this right here. You see, she's got, just give her a few minutes here. What she's got to do is just fill out this triangle flag to the upside, baby. We'd be hitting up to $87,900 pretty soon. She's got a little shoulder, a little head, a little shoulder. Now, she could go the other way, though. You got that shoulder, head, and shoulder to the downside, but it can also go to the upside. So, either way, I'm right. I'm always right. Let's take a look at some coins. You guys are the question. I want to take a look at Osmo. You guys need to sign up for the $24.99, $2,400.99 a month. OnlyFans Footsie Group. Get the real alpha. Don't be a loser. A lot of you guys are losers. If you were in my trading group, you wouldn't be a loser. You'd be a winning. You'd know. You'd be knowing what to look for. You'd be knowing that we got a little bit of a head and shoulders action going to header, head, yeah, and then this right here. Shoulder, head, and shoulder right there coming to the downside. We can come up to the 1 hour right here. Yeah. We just zoom right in. We can get you right in here what we're going to do. We got a flag right here. Right here to the upside. You got to put that to the breakout. Make sure you get your angle right. Says we could be going all the way up here to like 24 cents for Osmo. Like in the next 10 seconds. It could happen. Man, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is just not me. I tried. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Flag to the upside right here. Just flag it out. That's all you got to do. You just got to flag it out. Touches 21 moving average, and boom. Rocking and rolling. RAI. Why, it should be up here somewhere at $2. $2 is a come and make you holler. We got Swift C. Oh, we're not zoomed in enough here. We got to zoom in right here on this 1 minute right here. There we go. There's another flag to the upside, right? Oh, might be a nice little, nice cup and handle right here. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do I have to draw it out for you? I'm the only one that can see these most of the time. I got special vision. If you stick around with me, I'm going to program your subconscious mind here. Look, you just got to wait for it to flag out right here. You got a scammy cup and handy to the upside right there. Actually, that might be a cup and that could technically be one. A cup and handy to the upside. 16 cents out of this. What? But you might have, but it's got a little bit of shoulder, head, and possible right shoulder coming too. And if that happens, it could come to the downside. Either way, I'm right. It's just like Toshi over here on the 1 minute chart too. Oh, looky there, looky there. That one's in a nice big falling wedge flag to the upside. Oh yeah. Toshi right here. Right here. Oh, I can see Toshi going right up here to 0.0044800, and that's, oh man, that's about a 3x from where we are right now. Just any time now. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. We gotta snap back to the turkey. It's just not me. I'm sorry, algorithm. I have failed you. I just can't do it. There's only one person that can do TA like that, and I think you should just let them do it. just let them do it. And there's the same person that also said that OM was going up. I believe it was the same person that also had this guy in a flag to the upside.
Wake up charts flashing green in my sight.
With a big flag to the upside. This was OM. And I don't think it was just that. I think it was this one. Could be seeing $12, $14 OM. Yeah. Or 85-cent OM. Nobody would have caught that. Nobody would have caught this one. Just to be fair, but if you're always doing flags to the upside, you got to bias, man. You got to bias. And there's a lot of times there's reasons why some of those flags don't work out. If you get caught playing too many flags and you find, hey man, that didn't work out. Well, there's some good reasons why they don't. And if you zoom out, you can usually see that there's resistance or possibly a fib level there that you can bump your head on. Speaking of fib levels, man, this thing here. Where did you go though? I'm back on OM. I'll get back to the other coins here. I just since we're here. You're above your 414. Will make me a little cheat note right there. Come back and take a look at you, OM. All right, let's go back to the coins here. My bad. My grifter thing didn't work out. The voice just wasn't there. I wasn't feeling it. We'll let grifters be grifters. Osmosis. Oh, my nose itches. My pectoralist face. Anyway. So Osmo, you're how low are you? 22 cents. We're on the daily, and you got down as low as 1961. I mean, I was playing with my wallet and everything. I did not know you got down that far. All right, so this is going to be resistance. Don't really need this trend line anymore there. But I can use this little guy here, and yeah, baby. Give me something good. Did you 1382 me? Did you? Should you? All right, let's get some things going on here with Osmosis. I like Osmosis. I've got mine staking. Got the airdrop a long time ago. So this will now be resistance for us. Oh crap, that ties us under 40 cents. So we'll have a hard time getting above 45 cents for a while. It'll be a minute before we hang out above 50 cents. So have you bottomed yet? Here we are, MACD. Looks like she's trying to flip up. We haven't got confluence yet, or haven't got, what's the word I'm looking for? We haven't got confirmation. Probably would want to wait for confirmation on this one, on the bigger MACD. 12-hour looks a little suspect. Osmosis, what's up with you, baby? What are you trying to do? You trying to go lower? Are you trying to go lower for real? She may be coming back down to about 20 cents there. But she's trying to bottom out, in my personal opinion. And bodies to bodies, it is making kind of a falling wedge, and she can come down and touch this guy. I hope she doesn't. 18. Depends on what the market does this week, but right now, I mean, it looks like it's trying to do something. Does it have any bullish divergence? No. Let's come down to the 4-hour. 4 hour might be getting rejected there. I do believe that this zone between 18 and 20 cents right through here, she may stay in here for, you know, a few days or through this week, see if she can accumulate through here. I think it's a good time to pick up some. That's a pretty juicy price for Osmosis. Osmosis, for you guys that don't know what it is, I showed it a few nights ago. It's a Cosmos ecosystem decentralized exchange, right? Kind of like, think Jupiter on your Phantom wallet or something like that. But you can use Kepler. Well, I think you use a lot of wallets. I use Kepler. Oh yeah, you can use a lot of wallets. You can even use Ori chain, Ori wallet. This has about everything that most tokens that you would be looking for. That takes a minute. Are you taking a minute to load up? But I mean, it's got so much over here, and you got Bitcoin, Wrap Bitcoin. There's Mantra DAO. It's part of this stuff too. You could buy Mantra DAO over here. A cash. I mean, just about everything. You got Solana coins over here now. You got Pep. I mean, everything's over here now. So. And I remember back in the day when there wasn't that much over here, and when it was only the Cosmos, you know, a select few of the Cosmos chains. But now you got Avalanche, you got all kinds of stuff over here. Polygon. You just can scroll and scroll and scroll. And so if you're looking for a place to get in or buy tokens, maybe you can't find them on your exchange, you might find them over here on Osmosis. I really like it. And you can also do limit orders too. I was showing that they've got a lot of things going over. You can pool it. You know, it's just your DeFi platform. It's probably one of the most popular ones on the Cosmos ecosystem, and it's actually Osmosis is a layer 1 itself. So it's just kind of cool. But for it to be at 22 cents, that's pretty cool, because I've seen this thing get up to $7 to $11 last cycle. Now I don't know that she will do that this time, but she can definitely get up to I would be saying anywhere from $4 to $6. And you just got to give it some time for the DeFi stuff to hit. I don't see any reason why it couldn't. Let's zoom out and take a look at its overall big ass chart here. This was, we got a better chart, Osmo. That was Binance, okay. We'll just go with this one. So here we were, and it's back when she was $11, February 2022. And January last year got up to $2. So I'm looking at this on the 2-week chart. It's hard to think that I mean, it's hard to see the possibility of us getting back over there, especially what we've been through with the last so many years, right? But believe it or not, they can make a comeback and get a lot higher than you think. Now, I don't know if she's going to go back to $11 or anything, but even if she just comes down to 4 or 5, 3, 4, 5, that's a pretty good come up from where we are, especially right now. And I see no reason why this one would not do good, as established as it is, but just one I threw out there. Well, it was a request, so just one we're looking on for a request here. But short term, that's what's this, a 2 hour? So maybe the 21 cents, if she wants to come on down a little bit, it could happen. She is on a horizontal support right there, and hopefully that'll hold. She could bounce from here. That'd be nice. The targets short term for this little guy, we'll go back to March 25th, pull this guy down. 24, 25 cents. That's not very much from here. I wouldn't even sell there. I think I would take a bigger pull over here. 26 to 28. Looks like that's where we're kind of trying to come up to, then probably make a higher low or see what we're trying to do there. Let's take a look at NKN. 2-hour chart. Oh, she just continues. I think we're seeing that, and that was starting to look hopeful because, well, they usually can be. And it was probably looking something like this, and then you had this little thing here that, all right, we'll just ignore that, but then then comes the time when I guess we can't ignore it anymore. Now we got to kind of use it. Some of those candle bodies there. Candle body here to that wick, and hopefully that'll hold and not go down to this little area. How low can she go? NKN, new kind of network. I think we looked at those. Looked at this one, didn't we? Let's go from here to here. You're at what? 1.8 cents or 0.018 cents right now. I can label this target at 152, but I'm not sold that it's going to hit. It could, but that's not usually how I get my measurements there. Let me see if I got something else to work with here. Yeah, I'm still not getting you. 618, that didn't hold, man. Give me a few minutes to fib these guys out. I just want to do some bottom checking here. See if we're at. Maybe we just need to zoom out, darlings. So you are testing these bottom areas from way back in the day here. Right now, we're at these bottoms here that we were in January 21, right before. This is right before right before the nice move started. It was right down that this is area, and then she climbed up to 5, almost 6 cents there, or 2.6 cents. That'd be a nice come up from where we are right now too, if she ever wanted to do that. Seeing that we just now got down to these areas, it's probably not going to just bounce right off of there just quite yet. But I think Jim, you said you got your DCA into this one down here. That's a good call, I think. And one of the best places you'd want a DCA into. Did we ever get anything from this? Yeah, I'm still not. Oh. Where did you go to? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's going to tell me that she's ready to stop coming down just yet, though. Let's take a look at RAI. Reploy, look at on MXC over here. Go to the daily. Zoom out. Ooh, look at you. What was this? When was this? That was January this year? Well, clearly that did not work out. What happened? I always like to ask what happened, or at least look at it and see. That just looks like a big fat mess. Clearly that was wrong. That flag did not break through the upside. That's the market maker's fault. But if you'd been in our group, you would have known. You could have seen that that was bearish divergence right there, and then shoulder, head, and shoulder. I see these guys. I see these guys do these weird things, and it's just to say whatever, to make a point, just to have something, just so the people that don't know any better, it sounds good to them. But you'll see some crazy things like a shoulder, head and shoulder, and the same thing. They're also looking for an inverted head and shoulder, and you get. I just see some crazy stuff out here on YouTube. That if you actually study pattern trading, you would say, man, these people are just pulling stuff out of their butt. They're just making up their own stuff. I mean, I stopped watching a certain person, but I seen them do something just absolutely crazy. I mean, I've seen them just draw a flag out on something before there was anything there with the measure move, and do something like that. And how does that help? How does that teach people what to do? I don't. But that's all that's I mean, that's the go-to flag to the upside, and some kind of squinted inverted head and shoulder, you know, which, oh my god. Guys, if you're trying to learn, if pattern trading is what interests you, shapes and things like that, you don't have to pay $99 a month to be told wrong information. That's all I'm just trying to get out there. These are the accurate percentages that are right over here to the left for these triangle patterns. I'm just saying, if you want to take a snapshot, because you're going to hear that everything's 68% one way or the other. Not true. And to me, that's a sticky subject, because that's what got me into pattern trading. Just knowing the probabilities that certain patterns work over others, that was important to me. That way I can decide which ones that I want to trade, which ones have the better probabilities and things like that of breaking out. That was important to me. So I take that kind of seriously when I hear somebody just kind of poop all over that information and suddenly everything's 68% this way or that way. It's just how hard does it take to be, how much more effort does it take just to have accurate information and not just make up something? Because it's easier just to make up something. I don't know, that just kind of, you'll hear me bitch about that kind of stuff every once in a while. RAI, ooh, she's just, we don't know if she's bottomed yet. She's trying to, God bless her, she's trying to, she's wanting to round out so bad, but you know, the whole roundy thing, it can, I mean, how much lower could that go? Just if we keep on the trajectory, 36 cents. I mean, another 50% drop. So no play just yet, but I mean, DCA territory, definitely in DCA territory. We can take a wild stab and see if we get something from the price history we got. We got a 127, but oh well, you can't go to my 382 because that's in negative territory. And let's try this guy. Nope. I'm not comfortable getting much. I've got a Fibonacci guy coming in at 103. Yeah, and we could apply some other ones down here, but right now it's just kind of, you know, we could keep doing it all the way down is what I'm saying, until we actually start seeing some kind of little bottoming here, some kind of a change of trend. I mean, I can still draw another level down here. Maybe this will hold. Maybe this will hold. Well, maybe this will hold. We could do this. We can keep doing this all the way down until we start getting some upward price action. So these assets, if they're doing a rounded thing, at some point they usually they don't always just do like this. At some point they get a butt crack, and that's usually some kind of little harmonic M pattern that'll bring us usually right back down to where you were a lot of the times, maybe to a higher high. But that's the fun place. That's kind of, if you DCA into this, and then could you set limit orders? That would be tricky. You'd want to go from where here? This one would work. But until we get an actual bottom, it's kind of hard to guess, but we can look at some fib areas and just some congestion areas. But setting some targets at 250, 296, 205, and just, you know, it's a chance of them to pop up and hit. That's what I like to do with these little guys. Let's take a look at Toshi. Tell me my microphone is on. Yay, okay. We have a microphone. Yeah! Oh, look at you, Toshi. You're starting to do something. You're not dead. They said dead cat bounce. I thought it was you, Toshi. I'm just saying. Well, I'm glad to see Toshi's doing something. I've got a moon bag of this. And that moon bag has been up to some nice places that I'm just like, wow, that's kind of cool. And that was down at some places I'm like, wow, you just look like everything else. She got down as low as, I can't even say, 2/10 of a, is that 2/10 or 2/100 of a penny? I can't tell. 2/100 of a penny? We start talking in fractions and decimals, and then I start kind of zoning out. She got as high as this, and I'm trying to go up there to draw a Fibonacci, but all the lines are going to be too far away from everything. Too much, too much. But that still means this is an important line for us to get to. That's a great little target. 0.00075 area is what the actual fib says. Now we'll take our fib and we'll lay it on top of this guy. That little move from this one all the way down to the bottom. And we can start working with you. We can start working with you. That's the same as this guy, just on a smaller scale. We need to get above it to be bullish. And this guy right here looks good. 618. Haven't looked at a 618 in a minute, but that one's looking nice. That's at 0.00064. I'm on the daily right now. I like to do things on the bigger time frame, and then we come down to the smaller ones and get all the juicy gossip. So right now, oh, beautiful, beautiful, loves it. You're showing some good signs here. All right, let's come down to the 4 hour and see what she's saying over here. Let's get rid of this Fibonacci. So there is a chance she might come down to 0.00028-ish. I don't see it happening just right now. It could. Maybe she comes up, gets rejected from here again. And you know, we can do something like that. That can always happen. Put that on the radar. Also, if you're looking at the old trend line breakout, coming back and retest the breakout, yeah, that's on the table too. Crap. I guess we got to put this stuff out here. So if she comes back down, hopefully she won't do it for a minute. Hopefully she's bouncing right here right now and going up to about 0.0005-ish area. This is a nice buy zone in my personal opinion down here if she ever gets down there. At some point, I do think there's a chance you do have a breakout. A lot of times, price does come back to retest that. I don't know that it's going to do it now, but then again, you know, if we open up tomorrow or Tuesday is going to be a bearish day, then you know we could find ourselves down here at 0.00025-ish or 278 area. Otherwise, we might be headed up just a wee bit noggin. And this little guy, right, I'm still sticking with you. That is a great target. We can get, we got some other ones we can work with now. Don't get it twisted. I would stick with the higher high though. I think she'll probably blast right through this one. And I think she'll have a little hiccup here on this one. I think these two targets are great. Actually, I'm just going to stick with those two targets. I'm saying screw it. I'm just going with these two, or these three. So 0.0, that's all it's 6, 0.0006, 64, and maybe up to 7.5. That's, how much is that of a come up from where we are right now? And I jumped in on the flag right now. I couldn't help it. I had to degen in. Getting up there be 70%, 82%, maybe up to 100% gains if it can do that. This one's a little bit, that's a little bit too much to ask for right now, but eventually we got to get back up there. So that looked kind of interesting. I liked it. I want some more of it. You could take you measure move from this little guy here and just go straight down. We'll put this at the little breakout, and measure move says 0.00052. We'll paint that little guy blue, call him a measure move, and we will gauge how well he does. So this is Toshi 4 hour. I'm going to post this one. Look, the jive turkey. Yeah, that's me. That's the turkey. That's turkey. That's so cool. That's exactly what I was wearing last night too. That's amazing. Clearly, I gotta learn some more AI stuff over here. Let's go with trade setups over here. This was Toshi. I believe that was the 4 hour chart. So swing trade targets. I wish I could put more information over here on these trades. I really do. But I can't do it when I'm doing it on the live. Maybe I can get something set up, some kind of template that I can work with. Because I'd like some basic, enter trade, how to enter that kind of stuff in there rather than just, here's numbers. So here we are, smaller time frame. I'm just going to check this one out. That looks very similar to what you did on the bigger time frame. Same thing holds true here. Come back to the breakout area. What's that? 3-4. That looks pretty good, actually. Let's take a look at. Is it seamless? Seamless. I don't think you're over here. Oh, maybe you are. Coinbase has got you. We got a chart. We can chart it. What do you look like? Let's come down on the. Ooh. Well, we looked at it before. What was I doing? Was I playing this one? I'm not in on this one, am I? Ooh, look at you go. And we have not got a bottom in yet. Or maybe we do. Maybe. She's got some higher low there. Let's see. She's got some good areas to at least look at it. So seamless, for DCAing into something that you believe in, that you like, this one's got something that you like in it, then yeah, I can't say anything bad about that. I do see a higher low, so that's a good sign. And we're on the daily, so that's cool. Let's see if you, looks like you got to the right areas to bounce off of 886 retracement over the 7X. So she's trying. What we can do is just fib her out this way and then kind of gauge her on the smaller time frames. So it's the same thing. We just got to see her get above 49 cents and hold it. And then hopefully come up here around 63. That would be good. 63 or even 58. Short term. But trying to get in at the bottom prices where it's at now, I mean, I would be looking for a longer term play where it may come up like $1.73 up here again. Retest these areas. That's where the real money will be made. In my personal opinions. Uh-oh. $100 in there and selling it over here would be $100 would turn into about $363. That's kind of what I like. And that's just getting started. 316 looks like a nice area she eventually needs to come up to. It's hard to think that some of these coins will do that right now when they're down at the bottoms. But when you think 3-4 months from now, it's going to be a different story for a lot of these coins. And if it's got, you know, good tokenomics, good fundamentals, I don't know if this one does or not. You know, you'll be glad that you bought down here. This is where people look. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. I've seen our flag guy, Thai guy, say that a lot of times about these coins, but when they come back and they're doing something, look, we talked about it right down here. You told people not to touch it down there is what you was telling them. We've talked about it since here. Trying not to get bent on the YouTube stuff, but I just keep hearing them say stuff so much. It's always twisted to be in their favor, and it's just not always twisted to be honest. Look at that, Helen. That's technically that's legit. Falling wedgie. And yeah, come back up here to 174. Seamless. What is seamless? What do you do, seamless? Seamless in Seattle. Sounds like a strip club. It's got a $6.9 million market cap. Woohoo, baby. There's only 100 million? Oh, now you got me interested. What are you, an exchange coin or something? What are you? You're a governance token of the Seamless Protocol. Oh. Yay, a governance token. I'm not big on governance tokens. I have some, but the governance is not really a strong utility for coins, and so you really do depend on hype. If there's not a solid use case, if it's only just a governance token, I gotta get that. And that's probably why you see it down so much. But I've got governance tokens too. I mean, so hopefully, if it's DeFi, I mean, if they can get with profit sharing and you know, that it's basically profit sharing where where the holders get the benefits of the gas fees and things like that. I know that was on the table to do a long time ago before the SEC kind of come in and started suing everybody and issuing Wells notice, and then just kind of killed all those ideas because real security. But that was where these things were going. A lot of these layer ones and all these DeFi tokens, they were going to take the money that's coming in and spread it out among the token holders. And wow. And maybe they'll go back to doing that after we get regulations settled out, because that's the way that you get people into your token right there. If it can earn you money, instead of just kind of slowly just sucking it out of your wallet, and then those are the good ones to be with. And maybe that's what I'm looking for, the governance token. Paves way for modern DeFi with easy use, decentralized lending and borrowing protocol. Okay, That looks kind of interesting. 100 million. Let's go check out the website. Let's open the app. We got some USDC vaults. Looks a lot like a. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't work. Back her up. Swaps and bridge. Oh, you can select a chain, can you? I'm not. Unisat wallet. I see that one coming up a lot. I've got it apparently. I haven't looked in this thing forever. Hold tight now, baby, don't look away. Are we in? Are we in? I think we're in. Okay. Let's see what you got over here. Ooh, look at all that. Look at all that. TRB. Got a lot of stuff over here. So I guess we can go across 31 chains here, right? Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. Got a lot of Cosmos ecosystem. Are you on Cosmos Seamless? Basically, you gotta be a Cosmos thing, looks like. Alright. Ethereum and Base. You're on Base too, huh? Well, I mean, it sucks that she keeps coming down, but a DCA, and she has leveled out a little bit. She might be trying to do something around here. It's not a bad place. In my personal opinion, considering all-time high was $15, and that was a year ago. So December of 2023, that's a little bit more than a year ago. December 11th, 2023, it hit $15. Its all-time low was last month at 38 cents, and it's up 23% from its bottom. Now, this is still a good time to be playing with it, I think. Jeremy, have to... I'm going to write this one down for my own little self here, Seamless. Are you on Cosmos? I still got you up here. Are you here? No Seamless on Cosmos. Bollocks. That's bollocks, I say. Because we've been going for has it really been an hour and 32 minutes? It just doesn't seem like it. Where's the time go? Uh-oh. Joe says, pointing fingers up here, and here, now I can read it. When I have a very nice setup, I throw a quick chart in my group, then I do an audio recording explaining it. And then after the stream, put more info if I'm that. Thank you, Joe. I keep wanting to go over and check out your creep over there, and I haven't made it over there yet. I bet he's got one of the nicest layout groups over in all crypto. Joe is really good with. He has really nice charts, man. Really easy to read. He puts the effort into making them that way. Haven says, very easy. Osmosis is the best exchange on Atom, no question. Yeah, I like it too. Chief and Keith says, my instincts were good. Then my average Toshi buy is a 0.00002. Is that about where it's at now, or is that 10 up from there? I've already forgot how many zeros Toshi had. I'm pretty sure she's come back all. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you got down here in this area. Where did I get you? I've had Toshi for a while, and I've had it moon back, and I can't remember. It was before she really took off. It was before all this. It was back in 2023 or something, I think. I can't remember where I got in at, honestly. My thing was, I was watching an interview, and there was this crypto billionaire on there, and he was going hard on Toshi, a meme coin, back in the day before, you know, the narratives and the bull run started. And I thought, well, if you're going to do it, you must know something that I don't, and I'm going to go with you too. So I put a little bit in it, and then it turned into quite a, you know, it did pretty good. And I was able to moon bag it, and I've still got that. Go figure, man. This thing got all the way up to it dropped 0.00212. So that's a 10x. I dropped a zero. from the areas that we were down here, and it could still do that again, another 10x, maybe. I would hope, maybe. This was January this year. January this year, it got up there. Avi Medina says, fam, are AI coins done for this cycle? I don't think they're done, but I think you got to be selective. I mean, it's got to have a purpose, right? It can't be, hey man, we just plugged in an API to ChatGPT and we got a website that makes it, and here's a coin. There's got to, whatever. The biggest majority of these coins are going to be money grabs. They are. Anything that they can tie out there and throw a coin on, they're going to do it. But if that coin does not have a use case, if it's not actually being used, and it needs to have a good use. I mean, why couldn't I use Ethereum to pay? Why do we have to get our own little special coin? Or why couldn't we use the layer 1 that we're on to pay? Why do we have to have our own little special coin? Oh, it's a governance coin. I mean, there's got to be a good use case. And I don't think a lot of these AI plays have that. And honestly, when they started getting into the agents and all that, I just kind of, because before this, the runners in this was FET. That's who we were looking for. They were supposed to group up, right? They absorbed Ocean, AGIX, and now they suck. Now they all suck. Now we just wrapped them all into one big sucky coin. I think AGIX is. It was, yeah, Singularity.net. Are you still doing a thing? Are you still up? When was this? No, this is where it left off. This one I got in like at 5 cents back in the day. That was a nice little bag, and I think she got it all the way up through here, and I finally got out somewhere. My final exit was somewhere through here, I think, but as soon as they started talking about rolling over into something else, I was like, a merger? That's not gonna, that sounds like that would suck. Yeah, I was out, but I am still in the FET though, because I thought, well, that would do something. So for these AI coins, I don't know, man. What did they do now? Because all the AI agents and all that stuff started doing better. AGIX is supposed to be like some kind of marketplace for AI. And so, you know, what are these guys really doing? 24 people hanging out. Thanks for being here. I'm going to come over. I want to look at this FET. I mean, this was a big one, and it sucks. You get a coin, you get a narrative, you get a sector, and you think that you got a winner in there, a strong one, and then a year later, I mean, things can just change that quickly. Another reason why I will not be focusing on mostly altcoins. I'll be mostly focusing on Bitcoin again. Only I'm not gonna let the altcoins suck up my Bitcoin anymore. The altcoins, what we've seen, what we have seen from altcoins, and this is, they bottom out and then they come up, woohoo, and that's it, and then they give it all back. And then they'll come up and woohoo, and then they give it all back. And I think this is the third time, and I'm pissed because I figured, well, I did not mean to ride the roller coaster at all. And even me taking profits and doing what I'm doing, spot margin, was not the right call. I can say that. I can definitely say that now. On the downside, when we're starting to go back up, I'll be able to make the spot margin work back for me again. But I'm definitely going to. I'll be getting out. I'm going to try to go over to spot as soon as I can. But they've just done this, a roller coaster ride. They went up and went down, up and down. They've oscillated. And the narratives have changed, and some of them, you know, not all of them have done this, right? Some of them they went up and then they just kind of flatlined. So in my personal opinion, you know, the next time, you know, Bitcoin and then the altcoins, they'll be doing their little wavy things, and then we will get, you know, that crash or whatever, and altcoins will be crashed too, and you know, I'm going to wait. Mostly on the altcoins. I'm not going to plan on playing my game a little bit or quite a bit different next time. And it sucks because the rules from the last cycles, well, they're not holding out as true. Altcoins are they really sucked. So FET, man, another one you thought would do good. It was at 340 and now we're at 50 cents. And I'm wondering, what do you guys got going on? How are you going to make a comeback? Open marketplace for AI agents. Like we don't have a ton of those already. They are with OpenAI, Meta, NVIDIA. Our tech stack is integrated with the phone, but what are you doing? So, events. Okay, let's go check out your events. Join us to build the future of AI together. Do you have like a... but they got a GitHub. They got a hackathon coming. Gold sponsor. Previous events. Oh, great. Well, you guys can go to all these meetings and stuff, but what are you doing? Building centralized apps with AI online. These are Step Up Dubai. This is all upcoming or past? This is past. Conference, hackathon, event. I think I'm looking really for your roadmap. Solutions. AI. I'm trying to click it. Let me click it. I want to click it. Why won't you let me click it? Let me click it. I move over to it and it goes somewhere. Well, doesn't. Oh, finally. AI agents as negotiators, personalized search and negotiation to arrive at best outcomes. That's who's running the White House right now. That's kind of cool. Dynamic searching of counterparties. Why aren't you doing more FET? And as AI assistants, I can't click it. They make that hard. Source, curate, and summarize domain-specific content. They can leverage LLMs to become experts on micro topics such as art, events, social media, and stock markets. There's a lot of stuff I guess that we could do that I just don't know what to do yet on AI. But still, what I'm looking for is your roadmap and what are your products? An AI engine. Monetize your AI apps and services with a few LLM-based search within a new LLM search paradigm. Yay. Agent IoT Gateway. So, I mean, it sounds cool. I mean, they've been doing this for a long time. This was here last cycle, right? But... Just trust in the chain and the stories. I hope you can go up from here. Cause since December, when all the other altcoins went up from their secondary high there, you got up to 220. That was something, I guess. FET. Actually, that looked kind of good then. You would have thought, oh man, she's hanging on to this trend line. Maybe there's hope that we can come up for a higher high or something. But we didn't. We lost it. When was that? January. And now we got to fight through all this riffraff, so I'm not seeing her get too much further than $1.30 or $1.50 anytime too soon. So will AI coins come back, man? I hope so. But I think they're going to get kind of spread out there, and then the new things that come out on AI, it's going to start growing exponentially. I don't think the token will be able to keep up with the projects. Or I think you'll see that happen a lot, because I don't think those projects are really needing tokens for what they're doing. Are you leveling out? I just want my bags to pump, and they're not pumping. They need to start pumping. Joe says, I'll be streaming after Road Dog if you'd like to continue the party. Let's see what time. It is 12:11. And I've been going for what, an hour 44? That's probably time for me to wrap this one up. Apparently, what? Haven says apparently FET AI is better than Grok. I'm impressed with Grok. I like Grok. Grok is pretty cool. All right, MG Motorsports. Glittery Marshmallow says she's got to go and get some sleep. And I think I will wind it down and we'll go check out Joe. Make sure I didn't miss anything over here. I've been watching Seamless. It just continues to look interesting to me. Buy and hold long term and just see what happens. Never know. Just haven't bought yet. That one did look interesting to me too. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. We looked at several coins: Osmosis, NKN, New Kind of Network, RAI, Swift, Toshi, Seamless, a few others, FET. Well, I'd always like to sum up with Bitcoin before I leave and take a look at her on the smaller ass time frames. And so since I've been here, she went right back up to our Fibonacci line, got rejected there. So we got a lower high end rejection there. Are you going to do anything? If I had to guess about tomorrow being Monday, it looks like, according to the indicators here and a few of the little moving averages there, that we might get to come back down a little bit, maybe about 82,000. I can see that as being possible. If we don't, I'm not going to be mad or upset, but we still got this, and we have not, this has not changed. We've had this rising wedge with this trend line here, and we broke to the downside. We might come up. We did come up and touch that guy. Normally, I would expect us to come down, and I would expect probably this angle to be respected, and that could bring us back down to these 81.5 or something. We could probably see that tomorrow or the next day. Other than that, there's some good things that are looking kind of interesting. Remember, I want to leave you with this. Where did you go? Are you only on certain charts? Well, we did have a green little dot here on the weekly, but now it has decided not to be there. So let's keep that on the weekly. Wait a minute, was it because of my candles? Oh, that's weird. My Hikinashi candles, you don't get the green dot. With the regular candles, you do get it. There is a green dot there. It'll probably show up a little bit later with my Hikinashi. So let's keep that in mind. There's some good signs here on the weekly. We're starting to see some good signs on the weekly. We haven't seen that for a while. There've been some scary signs on the weekly. So it does look like maybe Bitcoin is starting to level off a little bit. We start seeing some more bullish stuff out of Bitcoin. Let me come over to the total 3 one more time. It's really our altcoins that we're really kind of more worried about. It's got some signs going on there too. I still see us we still got some struggling to do with these altcoins. I don't think we're quite ready to break out just yet, but we're starting to get closer and closer. I like what I'm seeing. I still think we're getting some rejection here off the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. So we could see them come back down again throughout the week. I don't know if it'll start tomorrow or not. But they're starting to look healthier. I mean, the price structure and all that, even coming back down a little bit, it's starting to look kind of nice. We'll start looking more for some altcoin trade setups throughout this week. So when I start streaming, I'll probably be doing some of that. I might even do some live streams during the day, looking for setups or something like that. So keep the bell notification on. Guys, thanks for hanging out. And of course, I'll be posting trade setups over in the trade group too, or the trade community. We go to the end screen, and then I'll meet you guys over at Joe, whoever wants to hang out with me over there. I'll be lurking. Mindshare track if you trade AI projects. It's uncanny at value per token. Mindshare. I'll write that one down.
Digital whisper says hold tight, but I'm losing faith in the night. When moon crypto, when moon, I'm so tired of waiting. Everyone is capitulating. I keep hanging on to my dream, but nothing is as it seems. Streams of
We take the stairs.
Staring blank into the sky. Echoes of fortunes will pursue, but shadows keep blocking my view.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow.
When moon, I'm so tired of waiting. Everyone is capitulating. I keep hanging on to
Good night, John.